everybody. Back again with Spindependence 2016. I've got Mr. Ward Gollings here, a mainstay in the Champaign-Urbana area. Ward is responsible for probably a hell of a lot more things than I'll ever know in the 5 years I've been here. But Ward, are you from Champaign originally?
No, I went to high school in the south suburbs of Dayton, Ohio, Centerville, Ohio, and came to University of Illinois in '85. My grandfather went here. My father's family is from Decatur, and I wanted to go somewhere besides Ohio State, because that's where everybody goes when you're from Centerville, Ohio. So I came here and never left. Somehow got into music, and...
Now, the rumor says that when you say got into music, that leads me to another idea. Rumor says that there was a band called Ward back in the day.
Sure.
What was your involvement with a band called Ward? Was that under your moniker, or was that just the name?
Well, originally I was the drummer, but one day I was late for practice. A, I wasn't a good drummer, and B, one day I was late for practice. You're shaking. So my roommate at the time who was a drummer, sat in and was jamming with the guy who was playing guitar. So by the time I showed up, I was no longer the drummer, I was the lead singer. And I'm not a singer, but I can at least, jump around and do it. So
now, were these like cover tunes or?
No, we were an original band. And honestly, we're trying to figure out a name for the band. Well, there's 4 of us, and there was 3 votes for Ward and 1 no vote for naming the band Ward. That would be in mine, so I was overruled. It would have been 2-2. I don't know what we would have called it, but 3-1 Ward, and it got linked into the Ward All Stars. We got a great shirt that has a takeoff on the Converse logo, so Ward All Stars.
So now you're in Champaign, you've experimented a little bit with the band and stuff, and of course music becomes a big part of your life. How does things, as years progress and you're more and more involved in the Champaign-Urbana community, how do things progress to the point where you're into the promotional side of things?
I don't know. Good question. I mean, you eventually just end up doing things enough that you're involved in a lot of special events. Special promotions, different things besides just simply booking a band or just simply booking a DJ.
So, like, for instance, for ladies and gentlemen watching, Ward's real big with the band Hum. Was that kind of a jumping step for you to kind of go into the promotional side, or was that after the fact?
That was just a bonus for me. That was just a bonus being friends with it and being in the right place at the right time with a band that was in the right place at the right time. And I was fortunate enough to be able to do stuff with them. That was just a bonus.
What do you feel the direction of, like, living in Champaign-Urbana, in the direction of the amount of talent you bring in and the different bars that you work with? What do you feel like the overall direction is for you moving forward in the next few years? Is it kind of keeping pace, or do you have somewhat of a vision, a Ward vision, as they say?
No, I don't. I don't have a vision. I tend to take things as they come and roll with the punches, and just keep doing what I'm doing. Try to keep working with great artists, both bands, both DJs, keep doing great special events, putting on great events, executing great events. I'm busy enough that I don't really get a chance to look too far ahead. I probably should think about what I'm doing 5 years from now, but really I'm just focused on what I'm doing this month and doing it well.
Probably what you're doing in the next 5 minutes. One of the big things is on my channel that I deal with on YouTube, there's a lot of young artists and talents and kids that are trying to come up and maybe make a name for themselves. You, as a promoter, or at least as someone that sets events up and kind of focuses on that part of life, any advice to maybe a young kid in his bedroom that's trying to figure out how to, like, break out? Like, what would you want to know from them, or what advice would you give them to be successful?
Man, it's a great question. Hard to answer, but I would say just immerse yourself in the scene and just try to get to know all parts of it. Go to as many shows as you can and sort of watch and try to glean what's going on. What's going on with the sound guy, what's going on with the door guy, what's going on with the guy that you see is taking money, or how the bar's working. how a show's been promoted. You know, did you see flyers for it, or how did you learn about it, and what did they do right or wrong with social media on it? Just keep your eyes and ears open and immerse yourself in go to every club in your town, go to every house party in your town, go to every basement show in your town, and just even if you're not involved in it or associated with the person promoting or doing that event, you'll at least get a read on maybe where you need to be 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, what you might want to do from there on out.
I think that's great advice.
Yeah.
And I'm going to kind of open the door for Tim, because I promised him if there's any questions.
What is your preferred method of a band or DJ you've never worked with contacting you?
Email.
Okay.
Definitely email. I mean, I respond to that pretty quickly, 24 hours for mostly. I try to.
And be humble and not bother you too much about it.
I don't know. A week after you send the first one.
Got it. Take notes, kids.
All right, thanks everybody for tuning in.
Mr. Ward Gollings.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Mark.
You know what? You're good. You're a good interviewer.
I tried.
He's a good camera guy.